All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You. Everybody, I am muting everybody at this moment, at this time. All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. Participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Upscale Love for You. And yes, tonight, this evening, we are doing our closeout on cheating. I know everybody knows somebody that have cheated, who was trying to cheat and got caught. Well, tonight, we're going to help you with how to repair that broken heart after you've been cheated on. We're going to give our insight. And like I said, it is strictly our insight and the thoughts of our guests and our panelists. And so I am your Dr. Fabulous. And tonight I'm going to send it over to our beautiful Chocolate Pearl. Chocolate Pearl.
Hey y'all, it's your girl, Chocolate Pearl, the one with the beautiful silky chocolate skin and the pearly whites to make your night. I'm here tonight to get this conversation on, but before I do this, I'm gonna pass it on to my brother, Dr. Feelgood.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Feelgood, the man with the chocolate voice, the lady's choice, and smooth as a Rolls Royce. I taste good as Reese's, I come in pieces, and you better know my thesis. I'm the leading cunnilingual artist known as Silver Tongue, and I'm quite, you know what I mean. So I'm going to pass it off to the fabulous, to the fantastic, to the great Dr. Lark for you. Go on, Dr. Lark, holla at your boy.
Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Lark for you, the lady with the sweet, sweet voice, that honey that's just so thick and so sweet. Ready for you tonight, coming from Upscale Love for you. Now, back to Dr. Fab.
All right, the purpose of Upscale Love is formulated to entertain, to educate, and facilitate self-help, self-love, and everything you want or wish to know about love and relationships. Also, marriage, because you know everybody in here is not single. Some of us are married. And Upscale Love we often cover topics from wide ranges, from here to there to everywhere, everything you would like to know about relationships and love. So if you're looking for a great conversation or you're just trying to kill some time, well, you come to the right place. And tonight, as I stated, we're going to help you understand how to heal a broken heart after someone has cheated on you. Okay, so with that being said, I'm coming out the hat with, let's see, ways in which our relationship can be repaired after someone cheats. Forgiveness. How can you forgive someone that has actually cheated on you? Is there anyone that would like to tell me about forgiving someone that has cheated on them? I'm going to ask my favorite first cousin, Anson. So wake on up and come off mute.
thank you for coming my direction. I would say, I would initially say there is no reparations when it comes to cheating. Once someone cheats, in my eyes, that's the end. But I guess if I'm going to give an answer, I would have to say being petty, getting
You gonna
revenge.
forgive them by being petty?
I mean, I won't forgive them at all. But in today's world, I guess the best solution that most people have is to cheat on them as well.
Why would you be to cheat on? That's how you would get over it.
I mean, I wouldn't get over it all. I'm just gonna move on. Ain't no forgiveness in my book.
Okay, well, let me say this. Forgiveness doesn't come in an instant in spontaneous actions. It takes a lot of work from both parts, both individuals. See, he almost got me choked when he said,
You need to stop smoking them
When
reefers.
he
That's what
said-
it is. That chronic.
when he said what he said, I'm just like, really? But to forgive someone, it's going to take two people to work through it. Now, I know some of you say, hey, I ain't never gonna forgive nobody that cheated on me, but you don't know what the necessary circumstances are, why you're trying to repair, how you're trying to work at it. But I'm going to ask Dr. Feelgood to take over for me for a quick second, and I'll be right back.
Hey, ladies and gents, Dr. Feelgood here again. My take on it is that forgiveness should be a part of the way you live. If you're forgiving someone for a mistake or even on purpose, if they're in your heart, you don't have to take them back, but you can forgive them for the actions that they did if they show contrition, even if they don't show contrition, because forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It keeps your heart from getting hard. It keeps you from burning up, because that's like being mad at somebody for something that they did is like holding up a coal in your hand and hoping they burn up. Like
or drinking poison hoping that they die.
Yeah, so
oh God.
So you have to realize that, and I'll talk about this in my case study of things to do to get past that. But it's divine to forgive. Doesn't mean you have to forget.
Can I amend my answer?
Go ahead.
Can I amend my answer? I'm not gonna say I won't forgive, but I'm gonna definitely say I'm not gonna be with that person.
And that's cool. That's cool. You don't have, like I said, you don't have to be with somebody after they done that, but you can forgive them for what they did, because you got to look at it like this. And I'll get with you, Miss Millie, in a second. You have to look inward. What did I do to cause that person? And if I did nothing, then nothing's lost. That person made the mistake, not me. But you always have to look to see what part that you did that for what you did, because nothing happens in a vacuum. Right. Nothing happens in a vacuum. And I used to say I had secret buttons. And somebody do something and I'd be mad as hell at them, but I wouldn't tell them. I just stew in my own juices. That was wrong. I had to go to therapy for that. That's another story.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Miss Millie got Miss. I'm sorry, Dr. Bab. Miss Millie's gonna finish. She got her hand up before you come back on. So
Miss Millie, but I wanted to tell you thank you. I almost got choked. I needed someone here to do the Hamlet maneuver, y'all. It wasn't nobody but me.
You want somebody to lick your booty?
I'm gonna kick you. But nevertheless, all right, Miss Millie, Dr. Fabulous is back, got water in her eyes and everything, because I was really trying to get it under control over here. So, Miss Millie, tell me how you forgive.
Okay, first of all, learn lesson. Don't ever call Anson first.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Never.
I don't know what I was thinking.
That's probably why you was choking.
That's why I got choked.
Let him be the cleanup. Let him come on the cleanup. He the cleanup batter.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. I got you, Miss Millie. I'm gonna take that in deep thought and consideration.
So when it comes to forgiving someone, if you choose to stay with them, that's a choice that you have to make. If you choose to leave, it's a choice you have to make. But you have to forgive, because as long as you don't forgive that person, they control you. The mere sight of them control you. You don't want to go to an event because they're there. And as Dr. Feelgood stated, you have to take your part in it, because most times some people just cheat just because. Ain't nothing you done, nothing at all. But at least probably 70% of the time, you have played a part in them cheating by not doing what you're supposed to do, doing too much of something, making them a priority while they're making you an option.
Oh.
It comes a time you have to make a choice. Are you more important to yourself than allowing them to keep doing things over and over and over again? But the ultimate goal, you must forgive them, because you cannot go to the other side without forgiving. You must find a way to forgive them. And it's also, as Dr. Feelgood said, it's more about you than it is them.
Right. Because as long as you hold on to that hatred, they're in your mind.
Yep.
They are consuming you,
controlling you.
You can't never love again if you don't let go of the hurt.
Nope.
That's
You can't find. You got to find love yourself first.
Exactly.
Then once you learn to love yourself over again after that hurt, you'll be able to move on to the next person.
Exactly. And so when I say forgiveness, like I said, it's not going to happen overnight, because you know what? Some of us, we forgive, but we never forget.
Never.
And when it's in your mind, it's like it's playing that same slow song over and over again. But if you choose, and I am true to say this, some people, I've never been in this situation, but some people, husbands have cheated and they choose to stay there. But do you know what? It's like a blister that has festered, because they say they have forgiven, but they always looking, they always being private eye. And I don't understand how people can live that way. If you're going to stay with that individual and you forgive them, then you got to start letting go and working on trust again. Because in a relationship, if you don't have trust, you don't have nothing. I'm going to ask Chocolate Pearl. You got your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had to change the colors because my hand was intertwining with my letters.
Okay.
So I had to make me a little darker. Yeah, I agree with Miss Millie, and I also agree with my brother, and also a little bit with Anson, to a point where if someone has cheated, even me, if I had cheated, I actually, if I did it one time, then it was it might be a reason. But if I do it again, then it's not a reason, because that first time you did it, we should have either sat down and had a conversation. We should have possibly went to counseling. We should have done something to try to figure out what was going on in a relationship for me to even take on that temptation. Now, if it happens again, then it's on me, because I'm the one that still not satisfied and I'm still cheating. So that means I'm trying to turn into a serial cheater.
Or either you're very compulsive about cheating. That could be it.
Right. So
and some people are just cheaters by nature. That's what they do.
Some people just cheaters by nature. Some people who feel that now I'm a person that I need attention a lot. I'm not gonna say all the time, but I want my mate to have, to me to be the focus, besides my children. But if I'm your mate, I'm gonna put my 100% in you. But if you're not gonna give that back to me, that makes me feel different about our relationship. So it may cause me to stray. But when I come back and you find out, or I tell you, or we sit down and have a conversation, or we go through something, then that should be it. It should be some type of improvement. If there's no improvement and I feel that I still got to cheat, I need to go. You need to go, or I need to go, because that means we're not satisfying each other. I mean, that's how I feel about it.
Okay, but when you said you cheat the first time and then you cheat a second time and you have a conversation about it, it's not a mere conversation. Is it because you're feeling guilty that you want to tell them about the cheating to try to get through that in order to forgive? Or is it just something you're doing?
What I was trying to give an example that I was saying, so if supposedly I cheated on someone, and it, to me, it could have been a reason why I cheated, and that was the only time. So if I got caught or I felt guilty about it, and that's when you're supposed to have a conversation with each other and find out what caused me to stray, what caused me to take on that temptation. But if we had that conversation, or even if I didn't get caught because I didn't get caught, I'm going to continue cheating, then that's, to me, you don't turn into a serial cheater and you just want to cheat. So
okay.
You don't need to cheat that person.
I was listening to you and I was like, okay, the first and well, I guess it's different. If you're married and you cheat, it's a difference. If you're single and you cheat, I'm not going to say you're not cheating, but I don't think it's held in the highest regard as it would if you were married.
But it still should be,
because you have put in all that time.
Right. You don't committed to that person to be with that person. Now, if you just dating, to me, dating is casually, we go out every once in a while. Sometimes we might have a little friendship, sexy time, as they would say. But
that's a good way of putting it, friendship.
You didn't solidify your
friendship unifying.
Huh? What do you say?
Friendship unifying, coupling, and kissing.
Look at Anthony, he like that.
If you solidify your relationship and say that we are together and it's just us two, then yes, it's cheating. But if you just casually dating, person here, person there, that to me is not cheating, because y'all didn't solidify your relationship and say, okay, this is what this is us.
But both parties have to agree to that, not just one side.
You have to agree to
exactly.
It. Correct.
What about
some people be relationships in their mind?
You said, what about entanglement?
Yeah.
I'm saying, no, some people be relationships in their mind.
That's why you can't be in a one-sided relationship, because you will be in a one-sided love affair. You have to know that it's two-sided.
That's true. That's true.
Well, all right. You all have schooled me on cheating in relationships with individuals. I guess I was married the majority of my entire life. So, I guess I fell out of filtering with the cheating thing. Because like I said, 25 cents is all it takes. And everybody, my people know what 25 cents mean. But okay, so we've gotten that point of forgiveness is a key factor in rebuilding a relationship. And when we say we're rebuilding, the main foundation that is so very hard to get, well, with me, to ever trust the individual again. I'm a very trustworthy person, but when you, how can I say, when you sidetrack me or side slap me and it
break the trust,
it throws my trust out of whack, it is so very hard for me to put my trust in you again. Because if I trust you, well, let's back it up. If I'm in a relationship with you, I'm trusting you from the very beginning, because, I don't invite too many people in my circle. But if I'm in a relationship with you and the trust is broken, it's just like, que sera, que sera, que sera. So with that being said,
Nigel put something in the chat box.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Okay, let me see.
But it have some would say they forgive us, but won't forgive us. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They forgive, but they don't forget.
Right.
And so
Right.
every
We
time
hold
there's
on
an
to that little
argument,
nugget.
every
We
Right.
time there's
hold
an
on to
argument, they
it.
bring it up. Well, remember when you cheated 18 years ago? And so that never heals.
Right. So he says, so at that point, it's harder to walk away, but sometimes it's the right choice.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Because like I said, it stays in your subconscious mind. And somebody, Dr. Lark said, you'll bring it up. But a
Mhm.
person, well, I'm going to say this Aries woman, I won't mention it. But in my subconscious mind, I'm like, I'm going to get this joker back and he don't even know it yet.
Mhm.
I'm
That
going
corner
to
of
get
that
it.
mind.
But
I'm going
that's
to
what
get it.
Anson
I'm
said.
going
He's
to get
going to
it
be
when he
petty.
least expect it.
Anson
And
said the
it's going
same
to be
thing. He's going to get petty. So
bam,
I don't even
boozled,
know if that's an
bam.
Aries mind. I think that's just a woman's mind
anybody's mind. Yeah.
because
Definitely
Honey,
Aries.
a Aries person can sit down and think of some things,
Thinking of a
baby.
master plan.
hello, I think we
Child,
all can.
I'm
well,
a
that's why.
Gemini.
Thinking of a master plan, anything you need, baby. I'm your man.
Whatever.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, I'm going to. That's what I had about trying to rebuild a relationship with someone that has cheated on me. Thank God I've never experienced that. But I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Lark. Love for you. Okay, Dr. Lark, come on and bring it to us.
Hello. So, my question is, what are some non-negotiables? If we're rebuilding after trust, what is a non-negotiable? Like, what do you have, in your opinion, to rebuild the trust or to rebuild the relationship after you've been cheated on? Miss Millie?
The trust have to be there completely. Communication is going to be a factor, and the person he cheated with is definitely going to be, if we stay together, and their communication going to have to be ceased. I mean, you're not around a person all the time. There's no way you can prove it. But if anytime proof be in the pudding,
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with it. I'm not going to negotiate it again. Those are
Exactly.
definitely two factors that will not keep me in it if those things don't be right.
Okay. Okay. Anson, what about you? So you got your hand up.
Let me just make sure I got the question correct. What are some non-negotiables for
Hmm.
rebuilding?
Right.
Um, I think that would have to go upon the non-negotiables will have to be done by the person that was actually being cheated on.
Okay.
I would say that.
Let me see if I heard you right. So you think that the non-negotiable comes from the person who was cheated on, or
The
the person that?
non-negotiable, the non-negotiable
Uh-huh.
would have to come from the person that's being cheated on
Okay.
because
So at that point, because Chocolate Pearl mentioned this just a minute ago, she said that sometimes people cheat because of something that was done to them, right? Like you're not giving them enough attention. Um, is that going to be a part of that? Like, is that going to be a negotiable between the two people? For instance, if I cheated on you, Anson, but I cheated because you weren't giving me enough attention, could I bring a non-negotiable to you and say, well, I need more attention?
yeah, because
Okay.
the person who did the cheating cheated
Hmm.
for a reason.
Right.
So if that doesn't change, then the potential for that person cheating again is going to happen again.
Okay. Okay.
So
All right.
the person
Dr.
that
Fab.
got cheated,
Oh, go ahead.
the
I'm
person that
sorry.
got cheated on, need to understand why they got cheated on in the first place, and then that's when the rebuilding can occur. But if the person that got cheated on is through with it because they got cheated on, there is no negotiables. It's just over.
Okay. So if they did it in retaliation, it's just over.
I mean, In my mind, once cheating happens, the relationship's over. Once the cheater gets caught, it's a done deal. Ain't no
Okay.
rebuilding.
Dr. Lark, after you go to Dr. Fabulous, Nigel put something in the comment box, and I think it was also bouncing off of what possibly what Anson said.
Okay. Dr. Fab, go ahead, and then we're going to get Nigel's comment.
Okay, so I'm going back to Miss Millie with communication, she said, with the person that cheated and maybe the counterpart. My question is, do you think it would build the relationship if you met the person that they cheated with and the three of you have a conversation working through that? You
No,
don't
you
think?
don't want to put them
Because you
hands
know
on
what?
them. That
Listen,
definitely won't work.
Listen to me. The reason why I say this is because a real woman, so to speak, is not going to be upset with the other woman because key principle, she needs to talk to the man because that's her partner. But you know, most of the time when men cheat, the other woman knows the wife or the other girlfriend, but you don't never get to see them. You see what I'm saying? So
because I'm not married to them.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate. If someone was going to cheat, I would love, like I said, I've never experienced being cheated on, but if I was ever in that situation, I would just like to see who this person was cheating with and have just a mere conversation. No, la, 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 no, something real, sit down, put it on the table kind of spiel and move on. I'm going to ask the Black Tigress, what does she think about that?
Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so Nigel said, I think most people would uphold that because the other party would always overthink what the other person was who was not faithful or doing. And I'm an overthinker. Okay, maybe I need to go to
Yeah, and that's
meetings.
the reason why a woman would say, well, why did he cheat with her? Did she look better than me? Did she have more money than me? What is it
wouldn't
about
give
this
a
other
rat's
person?
booty. I would
You
not
don't
give
give a
a rat's
rat.
booty who he
Maybe
had.
because it was
I
Wednesday.
prefer not to even see her because I would
want to
question
see.
myself.
No, I'm never going to second guess myself, but I want to see what made him sweep the trash under the rug because I would consider her to be.
When they cheat, and like you say, the other woman knows the wife or the other woman, or vice versa, male or female, and they are conniving. They're going to go in there being charming. Charming is deception. They're going to go in there and they're doing it deliberately because they already know the treatment that they give the other person, male or female. So they're conniving, getting in there. So no, I wouldn't want to talk to them because you already knew that we were together. Why would you even want to deal with him?
It goes back to ear to listen to is a thing to ride on.
But I'm agreeing with Nigel just said. He said men don't cheat for looks most times.
They don't.
They don't. So that's what I'm saying. To me, I don't care what they look like. It's the fact that you took the time to be with somebody else. What am I not doing that's not satisfying you enough to just stay with me? So I agree with him on that because that's what Miss Millie was saying. Is similar to what she was saying. You don't want to know who these people are. I don't care what they look like. Now, if they happen to be a friend, then I'm going down. We having a rumble in the jungle type situation because you're wrong.
You got to keep it.
I was married to him. You I was with him.
Huh? Never that. I said we got to keep it classy. We're not gonna fuss and fight over nobody because a person knows in the end who he really wants to be with. Fact be known. Wait. I was asking Black Tigress to come in because this is a new face. We want to welcome her back, and I wanted to get her opinion on that. Come on, the Black Tigress.
Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year to those of you I haven't spoken to in a minute. Okay. All right.
Long time no see.
I know. I hope everybody's well. okay, from somebody who's been on both sides of that fence, okay? Number one, anybody that's cheating, they cheated because they wanted to. Nobody made them go out and do anything.
Nope.
Okay, somebody may have been a contributing factor to somebody stepping out, male or female. But it is ultimately that person who stepped out, they were the one who did the physical act. So no, nobody made anybody go out and cheat. You stepped out there because you wanted to. Okay, that was a choice you made. Now, if you're going to, after that person, if you get caught, if you confess, whatever the case is, and the party who was cheated on says, okay, we're gonna work on this, we gonna, you know, okay, I'm gonna stay, then acknowledge that. But what you ain't gonna do, if that's me, what you ain't gonna do, you ain't gonna keep throwing daggers at me every time I say I'm going to the store. Because what you're doing, if you said you're going to stay and you're gonna try to work on this, and we gonna work on this together, then that's what we're gonna do. That's how you rebuild your trust. Not throwing daggers. Oh, you want to see so and so? You going to see and so and so? Why you got to be going to the store this time of day? You know. So no, we're not gonna do that. So that question that you all were asking, can you put down, you know, I guess like ultimatums or whatever the word was you all was using? Yes, I can. If I'm the one who cheated, and you tell me, yes, we're gonna work on this and make it better and get past this, yes, I do have a right to say, okay, well, this is what's not gonna happen. I am gonna do my best to regain your trust, but what you're not gonna do is every time I take a step or I pick up the telephone is accuse me of doing something. That's not gonna work, because that's saying you don't want to work on the relationship. So if that's the case, you shouldn't have never said, okay, yeah, I'll stay. We'll fix this. What was the last question was what? What was the last one?
That you answered the last one.
Oh, okay.
You want to know what Dr. Fabulous was?
Yeah, it was something else it was another question that was in there.
Oh, what's the non-negotiable for?
That was my non-negotiable. You're not gonna throw daggers at me.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna throw if I was the one that was cheated on, I'm not gonna throw it back in your face that, oh, you cheated. Like I heard somebody say, oh, you cheated 18. No, that's irrelevant, because if you said you're gonna work on it, then why keep throwing it at the person? You're not working on it.
Yeah.
You're planting a seed for them to go back. Now that's on them if they go back, but you're planting a seed. It's up to them to fertilize it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's some comments
perfectly good
that
sense.
are coming up in the chat box.
Yeah, they fertilize with BS.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Some chicken shit.
Yeah. But think about it. Okay.
Danny says, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Okay, a prime example. If somebody says, man, I ain't got no money, I can't pay my bills on, and I say, you know what, if it was me, I wouldn't go for it. I'll go rob a bank. I'll go stick somebody up and take their money, right? That's what I said I would do. Now you go out and you do that and your behind get caught, beat up, whooped up, go to jail. Who the judge gonna be mad at? Who the judge gonna throw the book at? Not me. All I did, technically, I planted the seed, but did I make you physically go out there and do that? No. So that's my point.
On mute.
That's on you. If you do the physical act, that's on you.
I have missed Black Tigers.
If you told them how to rob somebody, you can be charged as a conspirator.
I can be a conspirator. I can be any of that. However, I am not the one who made them go and do anything. If you choose to go and do it, that's on you. I did not tell you to go out there and do it. I said what I would do.
No, what I'm saying is, if you discuss like how you would rob somebody or rob a bank, and the other person gets caught doing it, and they like, well, I was over so-and-so house and we talked about this, you can be charged also.
Okay, no, but how am I gonna be charged? Okay, listen. No, you taking it past. You taking it past what I'm saying. I said if it was me,
who the judge gonna be mad at? That which means they did a crime, and if y'all talked about it together, you can be charged as a conspirator.
No. You missing what I'm saying. You missed what I said. I said what I would do. I didn't say, okay, this is what you should go do. You should go get you a gun and go do this and go do that. Then yes, if I say that, then yes, I am a conspirator or co-conspirator. If I say, if it was me, I'll go rob a bank. I didn't tell that person to go do that. I didn't tell that person how to go do anything.
Exactly.
So don't change it around. Now don't flip my words around.
And I stated, if you stated how to do it, you could be charged.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that, but that is not what I said.
Douglas, you a lawyer?
Douglas, she never said how to do. She said what she would do.
The first words out my mouth was like, she said, who would the judge be mad at or charged? And then I said, if you discuss how to do it.
That wasn't discussed, Douglas.
See, you're not listening.
Neither were you.
By me stating, if you said this, meaning you did not say it, but I'm saying if you did that, then you would be in front of the judge also. That was
okay. I did not disagree with you.
That was added information. I heard you clearly. You did not tell them, but I was replying to the comment about being in front of the judge. And I said, if you did this, I didn't say you would be, because you said how you would do it. I didn't put words in your mouth. I said if, which meaning.
Okay, I understand your point.
And all that information.
I understand the added point. I get it.
And you
Let's get back.
Law.
Let's kind of get back to the question. We got a couple things in the chat.
I had a question. When y'all talking about cheating, are you just talking about screwing somebody or a fair relationship with somebody else?
We're talking about
we're trying to repair a relationship where either person has cheated. How can we repair that? How can we rebuild a relationship after cheating has taken place?
I'm asking what type of cheating.
You missed a couple of shows. You missed a couple of shows, Douglas. And now we're on the third series of it. So now we're trying to repair it.
I'm asking what type of cheating happened. Was it a one-night stand, or were there
any type of
cheating? Is cheating.
Any type of cheating. Earlier we had discussed like my response to a question was, what did you say, Miss Dr. Fabulous?
Can you forgive someone that has cheated on you?
And I came back with, it all depends. If it was the first time, then we need to have a discussion. If someone got caught or you actually told them that you cheated, then we need to have a discussion and some counseling. Or if you did it, if you keep doing it, then no, we need to just part, because it means it's something in our relationships that's not working. So we might as well just go our separate ways. Most of the people who did speak said something similar to what I said. Me and Anson kind of agreed a little bit, but now we're on Dr. Lark's question. And Dr. Lark, that your question was?
My question was, what are some non-negotiables to rebuilding the relationship after infidelity has occurred?
Right.
And I'm looking for, Danny said, because we talked about daggers a little bit, but he said daggers make you want to go do something even when you are not cheating. So back to our previous comment about if you keep saying, oh, so you're going to the store again, that makes the other person feel like, well, of course you don't trust them because the trust has been broken, but it makes them want to go ahead and cheat again. So because you think I'm cheating, I'm just gonna go ahead on and make it so. Right? Is that what you were saying, Danny?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
yes,
then
indeed.
Thank you for your comment. And then Nigel says that a male would know that they have been cheated on, but it depends on the level of maturity of the person to actually deal with it in a civil manner. And then he also said, you may not tell the person to go and do the action, but you instilled an idea for them to act upon if the opportunity was presented. I think that's where we kind of got off track a little bit.
And let me say something. See, Anson, none of the ladies mentioned money. But you see
Yeah,
Douglas trying
I
to come
wasn't
in
going to say what the
here
next
and
comment
start
said.
some mess. How much money they got? What that got to do with anything, Douglas? Because you know Anson don't want to get down with them dollars and figures with nothing. So don't come in here starting trouble, Douglas.
Starting up some mess, stirring it
Because
up.
we'll have to beat you down. We'll have to beat you down, Douglas.
That's all it was. Started some stuff.
I know.
Anson, you on mute.
He on mute because he was eating
Okay.
his snack.
Like, yeah, I was eating my Snickers. But let me defend myself real quick. Like I said weeks ago, when I had this issue with the money always being brought up, I'm not arguing that money is important. What I'm arguing is that you all talking about somebody else's pockets like it's your own. That's my problem. And younger women.
So Douglas, get it right.
Let me finish. is that younger women take your talking points and act like they have a leg to stand on when they don't have a body to piss in or when to throw it out. That's my point.
Thank you, Anson.
Thank you, Anson.
Thank you. Thank you as well. You're welcome.
Those old Cougar Rangers got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out and a mansion to, okay, go out.
Okay. So let's get back to the question. Like, what are some more non-negotiables? What are some more non-negotiables?
I got a non-negotiable.
Okay.
A non-negotiable would be if they were cheating with someone and with that cheating came an offspring, a baby. That would definitely be a non-negotiable for me.
So what does that mean? Are you saying that if they cheated and there's a living evidence, then you can't go back?
What
she said a living evidence. Wow.
Would not be responsible for being here, but that would make me every time I see the child, and that's it. I'm a reality chick. I love to watch reality TV, and I look at that girl from Hip Hop Atlanta, how she took her husband's baby and now they're raising it and they doing all of this good stuff. What I can't think of a name, but she got the little clothing store in Atlanta. I can't think of a name right off.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
But
she's
what
a
I'm
rapper,
saying is,
and her husband manages her. Okay.
Correct. I'm saying
Kirk is the guy. Kirk is the guy.
I say Kurt got away with murder. Rashida. She is. I'm gonna give her 100% kind of woman because it would just vex me, and I might be just selfish or spoiled or whatever you want to call me, but it would vex my spirit every time I look at that child, even though the child is innocent.
Yeah, the child had nothing to do with that.
Exactly. But it would always be in my subconscious mind. This is the prodigy of what took place with your cheating. And now you want me to accept. It's almost like rubbing mud in my face. So that's the way I think about it. That would definitely be the ultimate of what your question asks.
Okay, Dr. Feelgood.
All right. Non-negotiable.
Danny raising his hand.
Yes, I'm definitely raising my hand because
go ahead, Danny.
That's my situation. Kirk is actually a friend of mine, and my family they can tell you that's definitely my situation. Now,
Danny, don't tell me you did that, man.
The first one I thought about was she said that.
When she said it, you looked at me and I knew it. I said, "Here we go." Now that's my situation.
Danny, you wrong, man. You wrong.
I'm not wrong. Now hold on. Let me explain my situation.
Let him explain.
Okay.
Let me explain my situation. My first, right? She's 4 years older than me. Right? I was a freshman in high school. She was a senior, right?
Mika's that much older than you?
Yeah, Mika's 4 years older than me. I was with her for 10 years.
Names.
Go ahead, I'm just saying. 10 years, right? Huh? 10 years. I was with her for 10 years. When I got to college, it was like That's when my child was born. Well, you know, actually, goddamn. Oh, sorry. Prom night is when I made my son. I know exactly when he was made. Right. I'm in college now. It's March, midterms. She wants me in New York by her side instead of, you know, finishing up school. Now I came back for my son being born, but she just wanted me there all the time. So it was a thing, you know. We had our little off and on, right? The next one that I met is, you know, I knew her all my life. She lives right across the street from my mother. During the time now, this goes back to that, you accusing me of stuff. I wasn't even doing nothing. So with the first one, Mika, it's like, you know, I'm coming up. She's older. She's been there, done that. I'm coming up. She wanted an in-house dude or whatever. I'm not that guy. I'm in the streets. I'm everywhere. Let me get to my point.
Get to it.
Yeah,
Get to my point. Let me get to my point. Mika was number one, right? The other one is Liz. Me and Mika was growing.
Call her
I'm calling
Mary.
names. I don't know. I'm calling names. I keep
Call Mary.
Okay.
I grew apart from Mika. I started messing with Liz. I always wanted Liz when I was younger. So now I'm getting what I want now, right? But at all intention, Liz didn't want me. When I was young, I was a little fat dude, you know, a little fat, sloppy dude. When I, you know, the 10 years after college, I come back, new car, next year's car. I'm that dude.
Looking nice.
Yeah, I'm that dude now. So it's like, now my mother told me this, and I didn't think it. She wants you for what you are now. She don't want you for how you want her. I didn't see it then. Okay, I'm with Liz now. I'm wanting to be with Liz. I actually married Liz. I married Liz because, all right, my thing is I never wanted that baby mama stuff. I always wanted one. So when Liz got pregnant, I wasn't with Mika. I married her. I thought I was doing right. Nah, I wasn't doing right. Back and forth. I was going back and forth.
Dibbling dabbling.
Between Mika and Liz.
I'm fast forwarding. I was going back and forth. You know, establishing with Liz, it was just, you know, dating. It wasn't nothing serious. It was dating. Back and forth. Mika I used to live with my mother. My mother used to babysit my son. So Mika used to come get my son. Liz lived right across the street. So every time Mika would come over, Liz would just be on the scene. And I made it uncomfortable, but it was like to a point where, you know, you go your way, I stay over here, you do that, I do this.
I got a question, Danny. You married Liz, right? But you were still dabbling with the other one.
Mika.
No, I actually wasn't.
You wasn't.
Okay, I actually wasn't. So my daughter, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. My daughter's 20
come on
now.
and bring it around the corner.
I got a 20-year-old daughter. I got a 20-year-old son. I have a 16-year-old daughter, 16-year-old son. I got a 16-year-old daughter. So that goes to that.
Twice.
Yeah.
Oh, that must. Oh, I almost said something.
He was
so
playing
when you were
tennis.
saying that, yeah, I was playing. You know, hey, I'm a baller. I play ball.
Danny.
It ain't funny. But listen, that goes to that back and forth shit where, that back and forth stuff where you telling me I'm doing something when I know I'm not, and I know I could. I'm gonna do that.
Wait. Danny, I'm gonna break it down for you. You got 2 children, 2 different ladies, 4 kids. They're from the 2 same ladies?
Yep.
Okay, 2 and 2.
No, all together I have.
Dr. Fabulous, Dr. Fabulous, stop.
All together I have 6.
Don't dig.
I'm seeing other people doing other. Don't.
I'm not gonna dig, Danny.
All together I have 6. It's only those 2 women.
Abort.
Well, one thing, Dan,
Too late.
No, ain't no abort. Let's go.
No.
Okay, let me see if I can explain. He was dating Mika. They had a child. They kind of broke up or faded out. Then he got with Liz.
He married Liz.
But because Mika's son, their son, kept coming over to the mama house, Liz and him, they kept coming over to the mama house. She thought that he was doing something with Mika. So she kept accusing him. So if he kept accusing him,
he did
why
do
not
something.
do it? So he did.
I'm already
So
being
he
accused. I'm
started
going to do
playing
it.
back and
Now,
forth.
mind you, that didn't happen right away. This was like 7 years later. We're married already. I moved upstate everywhere. I was out of the city everywhere. So you still accusing me of stuff because the problem was when I got with her, it was just a mess. It's just a messy situation. When I got with her,
Don't worry about it, Danny.
she
We
was
got
pregnant. Listen, when I got with her, she was pregnant. I did not know.
With Jalen?
With Jalen. Yeah, Jalen's not my son. Y'all know that. She was pregnant.
Stop putting the
I
lady
did not
business
know.
out in the street. Danny, put him on mute. Let's move on.
Don't put me on mute. Don't put me on mute.
No, Danny, we're not going to put you on mute.
No.
It's
We
a long,
value your
messy
opinion.
situation. It's a long, messy situation.
I'm gonna say something about my cousin. He did not lie to them women.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to get at.
He did
Fred.
not. He did not lie to any of them women.
That's what I wanted to get at. No, he can speak for me because I did not. That's the point that I was trying to get at.
He did not lie to them women. He told them what he was about. You remember y'all said somebody tells you who they are, believe them.
Correct.
He literally told him. He literally told them. He's like, yeah, I'm with her, but I ain't gonna, boom, boom,
ain't gonna turn down no snatch.
Right. No. But
it ain't about turning it down. It's just
right. If he
and one thing I can attest to, that's my cousin. He's an excellent father. All those kids are well taken care of.
None of that. It's just decisions, choices.
Yeah.
But we, like I said, the family know it ain't no secret. Family know Danny. We know that Danny's a good dude. Danny handled his business.
Thank you,
cuz. He just put himself in a situation that
it was messy.
He had Irish twins.
Irish twins have to come from the same home.
Can I go now, please?
Yes, please go. Please go. Go ahead, please.
All right. My non-negotiables is, I know Black Tiger's hand is up, but my hand was up too.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
But it goes to image. If you're going to maintain an image, I ain't bringing home no babies. You ain't getting no babies from somebody else.
There you go.
You ain't bringing nothing. I gotta get a shot for. I ain't bringing you nothing to get a shot for. You ain't gonna disrespect me out in the open. We together, and you going walking up to some man and hugging up all on him and grinding all on him and I'm not gonna do the same. I'm not gonna do the same to you. I'm not gonna walk up to a girl I might have known like cuz known her my whole life. Been like, hey baby, this is my sister, and hugging her like this. That's disrespectful. It's one. Those are the things that you really can't come back from. You really can't come back from, because once your spirit is injured, your heart can heal. But once your spirit is injured, male or female, you're not coming back from that. Not with that person. You might still have physical feelings for them. You might smash, but it ain't ever going to be the same once you cross those 3 boundaries. Because how can you love me and I bring a strange kid home to you? Kind of like what Dr. Fab was saying.
Yeah, you can't do that with me.
How can I love you and you gave me something? And that happened to me. I got something in college, but I blame me. I don't blame, the burner was burning, but I blame me. I blame me because I took the protection off. That was stupid. Yes, I take full responsibility.
Dr. Feel Good.
Yeah, it felt good until it didn't. But those are the non-negotiables that I look at. And people got other ones, but things that bring other people into your business. Those are non-negotiables. Go ahead, Black Tigers.
Wait, but let me just say one thing to you, Dr. Feelgood. See, you riding that same wave. You might have been cheating, but if you don't bring home evidence of cheating, then it's always your word against that other individual if you were really cheating. That's what I'm talking about.
If you didn't touch me, it sure wasn't me.
Wasn't me. All right, Black Tiger, it's all over you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead,
Okay.
Black Tigress, and then we
There
got some chat stuff going on here.
Okay, there was a question asked, okay, in reference to bringing a child home and saying, okay, how can I look at that child and still accept you? First problem is if they bring the child home, the relationship is over. That's where because you're never going to, whether it's the man that brings the child home or whether it's the female that brings the child home, the relationship is shot. I don't care how you look at it, it's shot. So don't even sit there saying, okay, look, let's talk about this. Let's see how we can make this work. No, Because like you just said, Dr. Fabulous, how am I going to be able to look in that child's face and look in your face? So you know what? Let's not even go there. You did.
Let me
You got
just
a
go
child.
in the beginning?
We done. We done. So let's not. I'm not going to put you through it. Huh?
Yeah, she wasn't in here then.
With that.
She wasn't in here then, Anson. So
no, I'm just saying that. Big up to being right. Yeah.
You know, he did touchdown.
So my thing is once a child comes into it, and again, like I said, because I am not an angel sitting here. I've been, like I said when I started talking, I've been on both sides. Okay, so my thing is this: once you bring that child into the forefront, that's it. Cut it, because ain't nobody gonna be able to keep moving on the way they was. It's just not gonna happen.
Unless your name Rashida.
Unless your name is what?
Unless your name Rashida. All right.
Okay. Well, see, let's get let's get an understanding here. Okay, we would do anything for a script and a paycheck.
Hello.
That's what I say. Because it's on television.
Nah, that's real. I know them personally. That's real. That's real.
You can say it's real. I'm not gonna doubt you, but I'm still going to say.
Curse my man.
Okay,
so,
fine.
That's real.
See, I don't watch that stuff, so I don't watch that. But I'm just saying.
I don't watch it either, but I know them. I know them offhand. It's real.
Okay, that's fine. But the reality that I know, and none of the men I know, none of the women I know are in acceptance of it. I have a family member, very close family member, who has a child from the outside, and the other party, quote unquote, claims to accept, but they constantly throwing it back in that person's face and little sly, snide remarks. And this is something that's damn near 12 years in the making. How look, if you chose to stay, then excuse my language, then shut the hell up and move on. If you don't want to stay, then
I was about to disagree with you, but you're right. Because in the long run, they throw it back 18 years later. They throw it back in your face.
Exactly.
Like Jalen. I got Jalen tattooed on my arm. That's my dog. Like, he's not mine.
Biologically, he's not yours.
Biologically, he's not mine, but he's mine. So it works, but it don't work. So you're right.
So it don't put, at the beginning, go ahead and, as Barney Fife say, nip it in the bud.
Good.
Okay.
So Akua said that's important. It's never going to be the same, and there will have to be concessions to be made. And then Marlena agreed with her. Nigel said if you don't bring home evidence, you would still get fed up of the constant nagging and mental stress. And Marlena says, period, Nigel. Dr. Feelgood
Nigel,
says
I agree with you.
Dr. Feelgood says it's a physical reminder of the betrayal. And Kua said, hey, Lord, don't like that little baby be bad. Don't let that baby be. You'll never hear the end of it. Your little bad seed. I can hear it now. You bought that little devil seed in our house. Look at him tearing up. Look at him messing up his diapers. I can so see that, like,
this
really.
outsider.
Alrighty. Black Tigers, did you have anything else to say? Because your hand's still up. Are you good? Okay. Are there any other non-negotiables that anybody else has? I guess for me, it would be we have to rebuild the trust. And I think that Miss Millie talked about that as well. You got to communicate. You got to rebuild the trust. And I have to see some type of contrition. Like, if you still going to the store to get milk and it's taking you 3 hours,
You getting
we might
milk
have to
all
talk
right.
about that. We might
Milk
have to
and
talk about
honey.
I mean, and I think
Well, they might have gone to the cow. You don't
Huh?
know. They might have gone to the cow.
It don't take that long to milk a cow.
Yeah, they went to that heifer. They went to that heifer. Yeah, you're right. They did.
I like that.
But and also I think Dr. Fab said this earlier. She said, oh my God, it just slipped my mind. But she said something like, you have to see like evidence of them moving forward. We're moving forward with something else, and we're not gonna still keep seeing the same person. So I don't know who said that. Somebody said I need to see that they're not still seeing that same person. So if they're still seeing
That
that
was
same person,
Millie. That was
that was
Millie.
Miss Millie. Okay, yeah, that they're not still seeing that same person. So if you cheated on me with Miss Millie, I better not see Miss Millie's name coming up in your phone every day.
You gonna
Come
change
on
it to
now.
Marty.
Do that.
Matthew.
Okay. Yeah, definitely Matthew. Pizza Hut, maybe. Why Pizza Hut keep calling you? I need to make a delivery.
I would put lottery, because when it called, you be hitting the lottery a lot. Yeah, I be winning.
I be hitting the lottery a lot. You're right.
You get it.